Alright, right now we're gonna install the cams, but first I'm gonna lube everything up, so we're gonna get that going. So I'm also going to install the cam seals, but for this one I'm gonna do a little different. I think I'm gonna put grease inside here, but then like the rubber grease outside, because if I was if I was gonna do this, if it was on the car, and I would just, you know, have the cams there, I think I would be doing the rubber grease as a lube instead of this one. This one will go inside, don't get me wrong, it'll go inside for sure, but on the outside it'll probably do the rubber grease, because this doesn't spin inside, this doesn't spin. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, if I were to replace this on a car, I would put the rubber grease for the seal. But I think you can, honestly, I think even if you did this, put grease on this, greasing this, I think you'd be fine too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Put some here. Let me see this thing. Cam's gonna ride like that. It slides right in, just like that. Make sure it's nice and flat. So yeah, I'm gonna put some grease right here. Not a lot. Here. Which one's which? This is the intake. See a little eye right there. And this is the exhaust. See a little E right there. All good signs, all good signs. Alright. So yeah, what you want to do there, make sure it's all flat. And then I'm gonna get some grease up in here too. Also, we're gonna put some FIPG here on the sides. That's what the book calls for. So, because it is another mating surface. Alright, we got the cam shaft and the exhaust. And if you can look here, the top hole is at 10 o'clock. And the book, they want you to put it, let's see, 10 and 2. I mean, it doesn't say 10 and 2, but they want you to put it, the top, where the pin goes, at 10 and 2. The reason for that is because if you see here, if you were to put it at like 12 o'clock, it wouldn't be flat. If you were to put it at a different time, it wouldn't be flat. So what you want is at 10 o'clock. See how it's nice and flat? There it is. There we go. Well, I guess it was more flatter than it was before, but they want you to do that. Put it at 10 o'clock and then pull the caps down. So I put grease on there and spread it out. I'll start with the exhaust first. I'm gonna put some oil in between here on the cam lobes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so we're gonna put the FIPG on. I already did the other side already. It was kind of weird. It's not like torquing ahead. Yes, you do have to go in sequence, but what they want you to do is take 2 caps and then hold it down, and then then you would go in sequence from there. I mean, you'd go in sequence in the other caps too, but I'll show you how it's done. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get the caps on. They are labeled, of course. Intake 2, this is forward, you know, and so forth. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, but I'm not gonna torque it yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. All right, so I'm gonna torque these down, but there's a special sequence. You gotta do this. They want you to start with number 3, tying it a little bit at a time, and then number 7 a little bit at a time. So what that will do, that'll push it down the camshaft, and then, you know, tying it little by little, and torque to 14, and then you would go with the rest of them. But I'm gonna show you how it's done first. So they want you to start with number 3, little by little. Go here, use a little 1/4 inch with a 10. Again, guys, make sure it's at 2 o'clock. Top dot facing 2 o'clock. I think it's 2 o'clock right now. So a little bit by little. Quarter turn. And then they want you to go on number 7. Yeah, you can kind of see the cam going down. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a little tip like this. It is snug. Take a little tip like this. It is snug. You never want to get a big long ratchet and then go like that. So they're snug. Number 3's snuggish. All right, now we're going to torque these down. Let me show you real quick what they want you to do. Start with the first one. You're going to start with number 3, and then number 7. Pretty much here's the order right here, torque sequence, but that's the machinist, but the book is the same way too. See, start with number 1, start with number 3, which is your first one, and start with number 7, which is your second one. Number 3, number 7, torque sequence shown in the figure, and torque to 14, and then you go here to the rest of them right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. The first one, which is the third one, to 14. All right, did not like the sound of that, but let me adjust this camera one time. And then we're going to start right over here, number 14. All right, so from there we are now going to tighten the bolts in the other sequence. So now it's want us to start with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one, then this one, then this one, and this one, and this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten those down, but same thing how I did in the first. So what is that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Third to the last. Tying it down little by little. I'm not gonna record. So I'll go here. Second one, and then the third one, which is the 6th one. Little by little. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Snug. Snug. And then that's the third one. And it wants to go to the 4th one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Probably gonna fast forward it. Snug, snug, and then 1. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Snug, snug. Yeah, you're gonna start seeing the FIPG come out. That means there was enough in there. Alright, that are all snug. Now we're gonna go ahead and torque it to spec. But before I do torque these down to 14, boom. So we know that the third one and the seventh one, they're torqued to 14. Now we're gonna start with the, what is that? Fifth one first, 14. And then we'll move to the second one right over here, which is the fourth one, 14 foot-pounds. And then we will start right over here. Sixth one, the third one. Then we'll go to the fourth one right here, which is the second one. Then we'll go to the last one, the fifth one. Alright, that is it, guys. They are all torqued in sequence, the proper way, lubricated.